Good afternoon, Bobcats, and welcome to BBTV, your home for Buffin News. Today is Monday, February 13, 2017. My name is Jaden, bringing you the news that matters. As always, let's begin with the daily announcements. Calling all mathletes. Our last Math Counts meeting of 2016-2017 school year is this Wednesday, February 8th. Please plan on attending. Students, please plan on attending this year's student-led conferences. They will take place after school this Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. Bring your parents and be ready to discuss all the great things you're doing in your classes. Finally, there will be no school this Friday due to student-led conferences, and there will be no school on Monday, the 20th, due to President's Day. Enjoy your extra long weekend, Bobcats. That's it for announcements today, Bobcats. Now let's head over to Hunter and Xavier for two quick news stories on a popular Netflix show and a new addition to one of America's favorite theme parks.
This Super Bowl not only gave us a great game to watch, but also a lot of great commercials. There were many different ads for upcoming movies and TV shows, but one stood out above the rest. During the big game, the trailer for Season 2 of Stranger Things was aired to the public for the first time. The show, which focuses on paranormal activity of a small town back in the 80s, has enjoyed a lot of success on Netflix. It was no surprise when the streaming company announced there would be a second season. Not a lot is known about the plot of Season 2, but we do know the entire second season will become available to stream on October 3rd, Halloween. For those who have not seen the show, the first season is currently available on Netflix. So Bobcats, it's now time to form your opinion. Will you be trick-or-treating or watching Stranger Things on Halloween?
Star Wars fans have a reason to celebrate. It was announced that both Disneyland and Disney World will be adding a special Star Wars themed section to their parks. Scheduled to open in 2009, the 14-acre expansion will be based on the one and only Star Wars series. Disney President and CEO Bob Iger announced this news on February 7th. The construction of this attraction is set to begin in April and cost the company around $1 billion. You can expect to see many of your favorite attractions, including a ride that lets park guests pilot the one and only Millennium Falcon.
Hey Popcats, this is your sports anchor Abby getting you caught up with all big things happening in the world of sports. Since it's Monday, let's begin the BBTV Big 3, where we give you 3 games and 3 sports that are happening this week. Our first sport takes us to the world of basketball. Our game recommendation here is the Thunder versus the Wizards game happening today at 7 p.m. The next game we think you should check out this week in the world of basketball is the Timberwolves are facing off against the Cavaliers on Tuesday the 14th. Our prediction here is a victory for the Cavaliers. Moving over to tennis, our final recommendation is the ABN AMRO World Tennis Tournament taking place this week through the 19th. This can be found on CBS Sports and will include all your famous tennis players. Those are the big games for the week. Now let's move into the BBTV Big 3. For today, since we spoke about tennis, we are going to share with you 3 things you need to know about the 2 famous tennis players, Serena and Venus Williams. 1. Venus Williams has the fastest record serve for women at 205 kilometers per hour. 2. Serena and Venus both won Olympic medals for tennis. 3. First set of sisters to win both gold medals. That's all for the game and that's all the time for Sports Zone. Now let's head over to the weather with Vian.
Hey Bobcats, this is Vian here with your 3-day forecast. Let's find out if that crazy warm weather from the weekend is here to stay. To start a school week out, we have a high of 51 degrees with a low of 29 degrees. Tomorrow, it stays pretty consistent with a high of 51 degrees and a low of 28 degrees. Finally, for our middle of the week temperature on Wednesday, we will have the coldest day of the week with a high of 47 degrees and a low of 29 degrees. That's it for the weather today, Bobcats. Now we're over to the world of Twitter to see what our teachers have been tweeting about.
cheerleader, number 13, Alyssa Johnson.
How's it going, Bobcats? This is Malia here for our daily feature. As always, let's begin by spinning our world-famous BBTV feature wheel to find out what our focus will be today. It looks like we landed on Wacky Fact, which means we'll be focusing on some mind-blowing facts you may not know. Today's facts will be all about geography and some interesting trivia that might just blow your mind. First, did you know that Alaska is both the westernmost and easternmost U.S. state? The islands of the big state stretch so far west that they actually become part of the eastern hemisphere. If that wasn't impressive, can you believe that Maine is the closest U.S. state to the African continent? This is due to the state being so far west compared to the other states. Also, who would say that France and the Netherlands share a border with each other? It turns out the two countries share an island located on the Caribbean. The northern part, Saint Martin, belongs to France, while the southern part, also called Saint Maarten, belongs to the Netherlands. That's it for today's daily feature. Now let's move over to our new segment, The Movie Corner.
Hello, Bobcats. This is Michael here in the Movie Corner. A few episodes ago, our other movie anchor, Maylee, shared with you a few of the Oscar nominees for Best Actor. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 movies that are nominated in the Best Picture role that you may want to check out. First is La La Land. This movie is about a hopelessly romantic jazz pianist who falls for an eager and aspiring actress. This movie cleaned up at the last awards show and is hoping to do so again. Next, we have Hacksaw Ridge, which is based on a true story from World War II. In this story, Andrew Garfield plays an army medic who is against killing but still wants to serve his country. He's the only person in World War II to not carry a gun and the first conscientious objector to receive the Medal of Honor for actions above and beyond the call of duty. Third is the movie Fences, which is about an African-American dad that faces race relations and is trying to raise his family while coming to terms with the events of his life. Finally, the last movie nominated for Best Picture is Hidden Figures. In this film, we see the story of a team of African-American women who provide NASA with important mathematical data needed to launch the program's first successful space missions. That's all the time in the Movie Corner. Now let's see what you can do after Bobcat Den in our final segment, the After School Hangout.
That's going to do it for our broadcast today, Bobcats. For more on many of the stories you've heard and to see what we are working on future episodes, be sure to follow our Twitter page at BuffettBBTV. Signing off, this has been Jaden. Have a terrific day, Bobcat.